All right, let me go over to this stream and see if I can actually hear myself and what I may possibly sound like coming out of the actual stream, which is not showing on this side yet, but let's see here. Perfect. Sounds good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know it's not going to be too many of you guys in here right now because this is just a random pop-up live. I wanted to make sure that my microphone and everything was good because I don't know what happened the last time, but that was really weird. You guys, then it went on from that to whenever I did upload some videos and things of the sort that it was strange how um while uploading videos, you guys started telling me how sounded like it was coming out of one ear of yours or it's coming out of the left side of the microphone and things like that. So anyway, yeah, just wanted to tell you all that. So I know it's not going to be too many people that's going to get alerted to hear what I typically do in a time like this when I'm going live is I like to shout people out if they're coming into the chat. So if you are coming into the chat, and I see that you may have left a comment or something like that, I'll highlight your comment. But as of right now, I don't know if it's me, but I don't see anybody live. I don't see anybody in here like now. Viewer comments show up. StreamYard, this is an example. Click on the comment below to show it. That's not doing nothing. I don't see anybody in the comment section yet. So, no. If you guys are in the comment section, let me look on the other live stream. I don't see y'all on the other live stream either. Let me see. Live chat. I click the live chat. What I typically do is I do a whole lot of filibustering before we actually get to the meat of the subject at hand. And I'm going to share a screen right here, but I'm going to just have it pulled up here in a minute. And I'll go back to it, and then I'll bring that up in a little bit. Okay, Leo, appreciate you. Said, I'm here and I can hear you. Appreciate that. Don't sound too loud or crazy or anything like that, right? Appreciate it. But again, guys, if you're all here, I'm going to be filibustering here until it hits basically around the 3-minute mark. And then once it does that, then I'll go ahead and get all into this because this actually is going to be something that I'm going to be recording over on my other channel called Man, Husband, Father, because this is a very important thing, what I'm about to talk about in regards to this whole situation. And there's a possibility that some of you that actually know this channel really well and know me in regards to how I operate with certain things, you probably already have an idea of probably where I'm going to be going with this. Okay. He said all good. All right. So again, I'm going to be filibustering here, folks, to the 3-minute mark, and I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. And I'm probably going to actually edit this video to where when it finally does come out, it's going to I'm going to edit it to where it's not going to start until possibly the 3-minute mark, right? So anyway, again, now look, this thing just told me right now that I literally just went live and it's only been 10 seconds. But then YouTube shows like it's YouTube is showing like it's been on for already past 3 minutes. So I'm definitely going to go based off of what I got right here in regards to this the StreamYard live thing. So who's ever here right now, make yourself known. Show yourselves. Now, oh yeah, this was crazy. Some of you guys actually liked y'all were liking this right here. Yeah, that's an original. That is an original. Yeah. So a lot of people, you guys were commenting saying how y'all really like that intro right there. Leo Medic. Yeah, appreciate that. So again, I'm now a minute and a half in, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad that you guys are all here and y'all can see the topic right now. I don't know if y'all know this. What's going on? BM Slade. But I guess I got off of YouTube's back a whole lot. I don't know how or why, but now I have on your screen. You should see the option where you can click join if you want to become a member, whatever like that. If you do, y'all serious, that's awesome. But if y'all don't, that's great as well. That's not what I'm here for, but I'm just letting y'all know that that option is there because I always get emails, and I know. Look, some of y'all are crazy. I'm serious. Some of you guys will email me or whatever like that and ask how can you support, like give me y'all ask for the cash app and things like that, and I respond back to y'all by saying, that's not needed, it's okay, just pray for me and just keep on watching my channel and giving the video a thumbs up. But now you got that option to go on there because it's just a whole lot to answer all these emails in regards to supporting y'all. Like, dude, who turns down money? You have no idea how exhausting it is to go through a lot of emails. Your brain becomes very worn and weary and you just like don't want to deal with it. So we got another 30 seconds to go before we get into this, but there is a longer version of the that song that y'all like. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to hear it or not, but there is definitely a longer version. This is not it. I don't even know if y'all could even hear that when that was just playing. Were y'all able to hear that when that just played? That's the same one. Same exact one. Hey, appreciate that. Appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially 3 minutes in. Welcome to the channel. I'm Ty Smith, and you're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man, which I'm greatly appreciative of. Double check and make sure that you are still subscribed to the channel because people are being strangely unsubscribed to the channel. You can find me on X as the real Ty Smith. Find me on Instagram as Modern Renaissance Man, but the O in modern is a 0. That same goes for TikTok. That same goes for Rumble, okay? Just want to let you guys all know that. So now that y'all are here, oh, what's too low? The volume is too low? Margaret, I appreciate that. Said you hyped the video today. I really do appreciate that. Is the volume low? You weren't able to hear the music is what you were saying. Oh, okay, I got you. I see what you're saying. I actually cut it off and stopped it, so it's no big deal, but it's still the same one right there. I just got a shorter version of that one right there, this one. So now you can hear it probably loud and clear. That was my thing I brought in my stuff on the radio. Now there is a long. I know now. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I know a lot of y'all like that one. Let me see. I'll do it for y'all real quick before we get into this. Just kind of make it a little bit more interesting and different tonight. Let me see. It's called that. There's more than one. I don't know if this is the right one, but okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share this with y'all. This is the actual original and the longer version. So let me go ahead and do this real quick for y'all. This is different. I'm kind of presenting it like this, but let me go ahead and see if I can do this. I think I should be able to. Nothing there. Y'all got to bear with me for a second since y'all want the. Let's see. It might be in my other file here. Give me a second, guys. Okay. Let me see if I can get it to do it. Okay. I'm gonna show you. I'll show you guys the original. If you have not done it yet, click the thumbs up button. OneDrive desktop. Okay. See. Okay. Okay, so give me a second. Let's see if I can possibly pull that for y'all, since y'all wanted to hear the longer version. Hope y'all are all doing well today. And of course, I'm still filibuster because I'm trying to find this. I'm trying to find this particular one for y'all so y'all can hear it. You know what? I have a better idea. I think I got a better idea how I can get y'all to get this. Hold on, give me a second here. Give me a second. Oh. And y'all, you can't. So you telling me right now, none of y'all can hear any music right now? You can't hear nothing. Give me a response. Okay, appreciate that. I gotcha. Okay. So give me a second. Bear with me, folks. I haven't not. Okay, that's weird. I'm still here, folks. Somebody does not like me. Every time, look, I haven't even gotten into the conversation. I haven't even gotten into the conversation, and then this happens. How strange is that, y'all? How strange. Seriously. You guys, I'm still here just in case y'all didn't know this. I have no idea what just happened, but it's so strange that it all seems to happen. Exactly. She said, "Who sent gremlins here?" Exactly. Say you can hear me, but you can't see me. Yep, I'm still here though, ladies and gentlemen. This is it is it's I kid you not. If my moderators were here right now, Steve, Frank Sack, they would all tell you that they will all tell you that every time I get on here and talk about some truth bombs and stuff like this on my live, all this weird stuff just seems to happen. It's really crazy. But I'm gonna try to get it back up real quick. You know what? Maybe this was meant to happen because that's the reason why I didn't go into do you feed after me? That's probably why I didn't go into the subject yet because it would have got cut off. How crazy though, y'all, right? I wasn't kidding. I was not kidding. It's y'all, and you see what happened. Okay, so last time we had the microphone issue, right? And now there's a a video issue. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Give me a second, folks. Yep, I'm back. I got a question though, real quick, while I'm doing this. You guys tell me where y'all think I'm going to be going with this story. You know what I mean? Tell me where you think I'm going to be going with this story. This says the location is my user T OneDrive desktop. Hang tight, folks. Hang tight. I promise we're going to get there. Now, don't worry, because if anybody's going to watch this at a later time, any of the people that's watching this, they're not even going to see everything that I'm doing right now. They're not even going to see anything at all. They're just going to get right. They're going to be there to hear the pretty much the. Okay, now let's see if we can do this. Y'all probably like, dude, we have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, let's see what we got here. It's not what? Now can y'all hear? Can y'all hear that? That's the original. Get to it. You gonna hear the choir in the back? Now it's gonna go quiet. It's gonna build up, bringing in the hi-hats, a little bit of bass. Slow down a bit. Then bring back everything in all together. All right, there y'all go. Golly, it only took like a day and a half to get all that. All right, so yeah, anyway, y'all, there y'all go right there. I know this video is going to be probably started at a later time anyway when I go back and edit it. So ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to go ahead and get on into this. And again, I do appreciate all you guys being here right now. And as y'all know that we see that there's a suppression going on because there was other 500 some odd people here the other day. And look what it is right now. And that's what happens when you get into the world of being shadow banned. But nevertheless, let's keep on rolling on. So you guys all know about the story in regards to the woman known as being a Karen who came and yelled at a man about the baseball that he rightfully got, right? He rightfully got the baseball. But the thing is that I did a video, ladies and gentlemen, with that going on, and I made a small comment in there, and I said, you know what? I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole. And the comment that I made, I want to see if you guys all said what y'all thought I was thinking. Look, Margaret says, say a prayer for I've seen others posting on this story up. Yeah, buddy, Randy. Yes, sir. You know it, huh? Daddy was a milk toast. Sounds like Ramon's song. Wait a minute. Well, I don't know if you was talking about the dad or you was talking about the song I was playing. I don't know what you was talking about there. Y'all still here? Let me check the live. Let me check the other live stream over there on the other side, okay? Bully tactics is what Heather said. Okay. So look, what I'm getting ready to do is show y'all this video right here. I want y'all to pay attention to this, okay? Pay attention to this right here because this right here, I'm telling y'all right now. Matter of fact, I want you guys to answer me. All of you that are here right now, answer me. Did y'all see the thumbnail to this video? Y'all saw the thumbnail to this video, right? Because if you've seen the thumbnail to this video, there is something that sticks out there that is very, very, very very significant. Okay? It's very significant. Do you guys all see, and I appreciate y'all responding to my question, do you guys all see how the little boy is looking at his dad? Come on, guys. Y'all need to be interactive now. Click the Y or something. No, let me stop. Y'all all seen how the little boy in my thumbnail was looking at his dad. Appreciate you responding, Dream, Leo, Lynn. Appreciate y'all responding, right? Now, although this story ended up having that so-called happy ending and everything like that, yep, there we go. That's the part that as a father that got me. And guys, look at this interview right here and what is about to be said in this particular interview.
He came over a couple minutes later. What was she saying to you?
No, it was like 10 seconds or 15 seconds later. She was quick.
Sure.
She definitely scurried on over.
What did she say?
I didn't even see her walk up. And as she reached for my arm, she just yelled in my ear, "That's my ball!" Like super loud. I jumped out of my skin.
I'm so sorry. Look at his son right now. Look at his son. Thank you, Lynn. Exactly. Look what his son looking like when his dad said that. Let's keep it 100% real, man. Let's keep it 100% real. You know what message you just sent your son, sir? Y'all, I get it. He got to get it. The boy got the bat. He got the bag prize. I get all that. That's all great and wonderful. But I'm telling you right now, the way I want my son to perceive this moment for the rest of his life, you can take the bat back. You can take meeting the baseball player back. That's all great. I would rather have my son knowing how dad stood up at that moment. I'm telling you right now, because right now the fact she made you jump out of your skin. What do you think that's going to tell your son? What do you think that's teaching your son? And I'm not trying to be mean and be all in their marriage. What does your wife do? I'm trying, y'all. I know some of y'all gonna be pissed off at this. This is not the direction I thought this was gonna go. I didn't think you were gonna get on him. He's not the bad guy. Look at his son's reaction when he said, "I about jumped out of my skin." What do you teach your son to do when you get bullied? You can call it what you want to, especially by a woman. You got bullied into giving up your lunch money by a woman. You took the lunch money from your son and gave it to this woman because she was screaming at you. Woo! I ain't trying to be funny, y'all, but what does that kid see in the house? I don't know if this, obviously, I don't know if he's married or not, but the wife or her mother is not there. What goes on in the house to where you can just, that's what he did. He, when the woman came up. Dude, let's keep on playing some more of this. Hopefully y'all can see this screen. Is this screen right here, is it too, it's not too, it's not too small, is it? If it's too small, let me know because I can make it bigger. Y'all let me know real quick if this screen is too small. Yes, KP, absolutely. Absolutely. If this screen right here is too small, you guys let me know and I can go into my software and make this screen a lot bigger than this right here. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's slow. Okay. Appreciate that, Dreamer. Said it's all fine. Now let's go ahead and continue listening to the rest of this.
And I was like, why are you here? Go away. And then she's like, "That's my ball. You stole it out of those are from our seats." And I said that there was nobody in that seat. She said, "That's from where we were sitting." And she just went on and on.
Hey, y'all, I know y'all gonna be mad at me pausing this. Look at these kids. I want you to look at the kids. When he said that, y'all, look, I'm one of those people. When people talk to me, that's one thing, but I'm very honed in on expressions and body language, right? Look at the kids whenever he says that remark right there.
Our seats. I said that There was nobody in that seat.
I don't know if they're looking at him like, what? Like, look how they looking at each other. Look at that look. Pure, look at that. Ain't no way.
She said, that's from where we were sitting. And she just went on and on. I don't even remember what she said. It was, a lot of eyes on us by that time. And the ball was already in his glove, and she just wouldn't stop. And I mean, I'm literally leaning back as she's in my face, yelling and yelling and yelling. And
y'all, are y'all getting what I'm saying? Y'all see what I'm saying? Just hearing him talk like that. Hearing him talk like that just makes my blood boil. Beta. This is the issue that I talk about a lot on my channel. And this is why I say this is going to go on my Man, Husband, Father channel as well. As a man, y'all, I'm telling y'all right now, the women that may be in this chat right now, whether you are married or have a boyfriend, seeing your husband saying what he's saying right now, how can you look at him and be like, that's my man? Unless some of you women are the matriarch in there and your husband is a beta male. I'm just being flat. I'm not hating on you. I'm just telling you straight up. To sit there and hear your husband tell me I leaned back because she was all in my face. Dude, are you serious? Dude, I would have rose up so hard, I would have been back in her face and told you you put your hand. Nope. I'm just telling you right now, there wouldn't have been no hands put on, not in that manner. It wouldn't have been no fist thrown, but it definitely would have been a face muff out of my face. I'm just being straight up. There, in front of my son, you in my face, and you all like this too? Oh, I would have muffed you out of my face. I'd have grabbed your face and pushed your head back really hard. Say what you want. Ty, you're not supposed to do that. You coming, you putting your hands on me for one. Then you yelling in my face and doing all this pointing. My son's right here. I'm about to protect them. I'm pushing you out of my face. And yeah, husband, come on over here. Come on over here. But there is no way. There is no way in the world, man. You know what? Some people look at the outcome. Awesome that he got the ball. Awesome that he got it back. Awesome that he got the prize. But what you displayed is something that's going to stick with your son for the rest of his life, is that you did not stand up for him. You didn't stand up for your son in the time that he needed you. Your son cannot sit there and rely on you to be his protector. You lost all of it right there. And then on top of that, the boy is a boy. He's a young man. For him to sit there and see his dad get bullied and punked by a woman, you know this is going to be something later on down the line. If and when that father and son gets into an argument, when a boy is going through adolescence and he's a teenager, or even when he becomes 16, 17, 18, you know his son is going to reflect back on that. So dad, you can do this, but you didn't do that when that woman got in your face. Oh, look how you flinched when that woman got in your face, dad. You know there's going to be something that's going to come up. But I'm telling y'all right now, I would not put my hands on any woman on the offense. If a woman comes and snatch me like you got to get your hands off of me. What's wrong with you? And she would have got in my face. Hey, get out. You got 3 seconds to get out of my face. Oh, you still? I'd have grabbed her face and pushed her out of my face. No, I wouldn't have punched her or anything like that. I'd have pushed her, and she would have came back. I would have pushed her harder. She might would have flipped over some chairs. You coming in, you're attacking me in front of my kids. And I don't know if that was his wife on the other side of him. But there is no way. There is no way. Now, let's play some more of this video because I want y'all to hear what the son is going to say too.
I pretty much just wanted her to go away, and because I had a fork in the road, either, something I was probably going to regret, or
like what? Yeah, you can say that now. You can say that now,
or be dad and show him how to de-escalate the situation. So
you showed your son how to be an emasculated man and how to be a beta and how not to protect his kids. That's what you just displayed to your son.
Oh,
and your daughter.
Lincoln, how were you feeling when you had the ball in your hand and then suddenly you saw that you had to give it back up?
Watch this. Watch this. Y'all heard what she just said? You heard what she just said?
And show him how to de-escalate the situation. So that's where I went.
Lincoln, how were you feeling when you had the ball in your hand and then suddenly you saw that you had to give it back up?
I wasn't very happy that we had to give it to her, but We can't win.
Man, I'm just telling y'all right now, maybe I'm a different breed. Even his son knew he didn't need to give it up. He didn't have to give it up, or he shouldn't have given it up. His son even knew that. I would be feeling such like a failure of a father hearing my son saying what he's saying right now. I would feel so bad and feel like a failure as a man, as a protector of my children, to hear my son sit there and say that. That would like break my heart. And for some of you out there right now that y'all might be in y'all feelings and emotional, whether you are a man or a woman, if y'all in y'all emotions, no, Ty, no, it's not. No, it's absolutely not. That is horrible.
Give it back up.
That is horrible.
I wasn't very happy that we had to give it to her, but we can't win. She was gonna get it anyways.
Woo! This is a teachable moment for some of you men, for some of my young men out there. You got a wife, girlfriend, you haven't had kids or anything like that yet, or you might have kids. This is a teachable moment right there. Did you hear what the little boy just said? He just said, you can't win. Then he said, she was going to get it anyway. Do you know what this little boy just said about his dad? My dad is a wimp. My dad is a punk. My dad is a beta. My dad is a pushover. That little boy just said all of that with that phrase right there. I'm telling y'all right. Ty, maybe he just wants his son to grow up to be a nice boy. No, absolutely not. I don't care what any of y'all say right now. You can disagree with me all you want to. It is not naturally in a man's nature to be this soy boy, soft, jellyback, weak, sissified, in your feelings, in your feminine side, tapping into your estrogen type of man. It is not natural for any man to be like that. You see that in male lions? You see that in silverback gorillas? You see that in male species a lot like that, but then you get to some humans and all of a sudden this dumb, stupid, radicalized feminization and emasculation of men got men being just like this. That's why these young boys are growing up and they don't know how to control themselves. They're all in their feelings like a bunch of women. I'm just keeping it real. Now you're being sad. You can say what you want to. Call it toxic masculinity. I don't care what any of you try to say what it is. There is a distinct separation between men and women. What a lot of you women may perceive as being super overly masculine or aggressive, us men look at that like what? Have y'all ever seen two men talk about sports? You would think that we were fighting. What? LeBron is you done lost your mind. LeBron James ain't no GOAT. He will never be able to be the GOAT to Michael. We will go back and forth like that, and women will look at that. Oh my God, are they about to fight? Look out! Oh my God, guys, it's just a game, and we'll look at y'all like, what are you talking about? Well, it looks like you guys are fighting. No, we're not. This is what men do. Men, am I lying? Men, am I lying in that statement? Women, have you ever experienced that with your man or your husband? Where it really looked like him and his friend or his boys, that they really look like they're arguing and it seems like it's really intense. And then when you was like, oh my God, I thought you guys were about to, and then we'll look at y'all like, what? What are you talking about? Fight? Like, what do you mean fight? What made you think we were fighting? Because y'all were like getting really like aggressive and see, that's the nature of the men. We do things like that. Growing up, we all trying to wrestle each other and outdo each other, out jump a fence or something before you can. I can run around the block in time faster than you can. I can throw this brick farther than you can. That's why you got strong man contests and stuff like that. That stuff all started as children. It was all about being competitive. That's how we are made. That's how we are built up. It's naturally in us. But when you got TV, when you got phones, and when you got all this stuff like that pushing out a message saying that men need to y'all need to tone it down. Tone it down. Be more soft. Be more sensitive. Y'all messed a lot of these men up, and that's exactly why this little boy right here, if he doesn't get around any masculine real men, he gonna be a beta just like his dad is. He gonna end up caving in and giving up stuff just like his dad did. He gonna end up being the same exact way in relationships where he's being taught that the woman is the dominant one. Y'all, I'm telling y'all the truth. This is a very teachable moment right here.
We can't win. Happy that we had to give it to her, but we can't win. She was gonna get it anyways.
Sure.
Yeah. She wasn't gonna take it, but
Oh, don't try to say nothing now that she didn't have to take it because you got scared and gave up the lunch money.
we did. I decided to give her the ball. I apologize to you, but it was the right thing. We just wanted her to go away.
Look at that. That is some beta male type stuff. Y'all, tell me that's not some beta weak male type stuff. She wasn't going to take it. I just wanted her to go away. You jellyback, no backbone having man. I know these are these kids. This is these kids' dad. And if they see this video, look what the son said. The overall message: we can't win. This boy don't have no trust in his dad. He doesn't have any trust in his dad. I want y'all to listen to this one more time. I'm gonna go back a little bit more.
It was the right thing. We just wanted her to go away.
Yeah.
And it worked out. You got a bat.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Dad, do you have any regrets giving the ball back?
Stop. The fact that he even had to think about it. Listen to me. Young guys out there, you may not agree with this. Y'all may not agree with this, and y'all don't even see it this way, because I know a lot of y'all just don't see it. If you never had that type of thing in you where you were a very protective father, and you know, and you moving like you should be in your masculinity, your son will be looking at you as the biggest hero in his life. Had the dad been like, no, my son is keeping this ball. Go back over there where you sitting at. Get out of my face. If you don't get out of my face, and he pushed the woman away or whatever like that, this boy would have been like you know what he would have been in school? Bro, your dad got millions of views that's going to stay with the internet forever for sticking up for his son. You would have been growing up with the story. Hey, y'all know that story about that woman that came and got in that guy's face? Yeah, that was my dad. Yeah, remember the man that told the woman, remember the guy that put his son, you know that video of that man that put his son behind him and told that woman go sit her back down? Yeah, that was my dad. Yeah, you know that man that when that woman grabbed his arm, he did like this, and when she got in his face, he did like this, and then he pushed her by her face, and everybody cheered like, yeah. That was my dad. This boy would have had like the biggest hero efficacy pump in his entire life for the rest of his life. My dad got to be a hero on the world stage. This is not no make-believe Superman. This is not no make-believe Batman. This is not no make-believe person who fights crime and fights things. No, this is my real-life dad who stood up in front of millions of people for me, protected me, and let me keep my ball. Because I guarantee you, had the father had done what he's supposed to do by protecting his son, they would have did stuff for them anyway. I guarantee they still would have been like, you know what? We're going to sign the ball. We're going to sign the bat, all because you stuck up for your son. What a dad. But they did it out of petty. They did it out of feeling sorry for them. They did it out of, oh, it's so sad. And what's crazy about it, the way that the internet reacted to this psychotic, crazy, sorry excuse for a fan, we acted like dad should act towards that woman. People like, man, people came at that woman super hard. But why are we the ones having to stand up for that young man when his dad was right there? That's the sad part right there. That's what just makes me just, ugh. Strangers having to stand up. Strangers having to stand up. Bobby, you said there's a literal battery. No, it's not. If somebody is in your face, in your space, and showing that aggression like that, you have every right to protect yourself and get that person out of your face if they're making you feel in danger. Did you see the video? When she grabbed him, what did he do? He did like this. He said he jumped out of his skin. He said it himself. At that moment, when she did that, that man had every right to protect himself and his children. And in fact, she started, he had every right to push that woman out of his face. And who cares? That's not battery. That's self-defense. And then look, see, Look, that's what happens. See there? Look, now you said, dang, bro, don't be so dense about it. You're pushing a stereotype. No, I'm not pushing a stereotype. What, being a strong father? What stereotype are you referring to? Let the whole internet know right now. I don't know if you're new to my channel. Let you know everything that I'm showing right now. These comments are going to be saved. So when people go back and watch this, they're going to see your comments. So you go ahead and tell the whole internet right now, sir. Tell the whole internet right now what stereotype are you talking about? Come on. Don't be scared. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, everything that I was talking about right now led Miss Bobby, and I'm just messing with you. Mr. Bobby said, dang, bro, don't be dense about it. He said, you're pushing a stereotype. Tell everybody on the internet right now, what stereotype are you referring to exactly? You said men, right? Bobby said men. What you think I'm talking about? I asked you the question. What stereotype of men are you talking about? What's the stereotype? Oh, so it's a stereotype that men should protect? The violence of men? You got to do better than that. I will allow you to come up on here. I will invite you to come up here and actually try to explain this to yourself in person, because what you're saying right now is not making any sense. You said the woman was no threat. Y'all hit the thumbs up button if y'all are enjoying this right now, because we're getting ready to see we're getting ready to see something here. But I want y'all to hold tight right now. We want to see what we're going to see something here. And I want y'all to see what the camera shows us. Right? Let's all go down this journey together. Because I mean, maybe my eyes are deceiving me. Maybe my eyes are. Matter of fact, I tell you what, I'm about to make this even better. I'm about to make this even better. Let's make this a little better. Yeah, we about to put some work in right here. Bear with me, y'all. Let's get rid of that. Okay, bear with me. Okay, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, ladies and gentlemen of the internet jury, you guys tell me. I want y'all to look at this, okay? Making sure y'all can see it well. I want y'all to look at this. I mean, maybe my eyes are messed up or something like that, right? Maybe my eyes are messed up from Mr. Bobby. What is this? What is that? Hold on, let me get rid of this. What is that? No, don't say cheers. Oh, no, you could be a long time sub. There's no hate. This is a teachable moment is what I'm trying to tell you. There's no hate towards you whatsoever. I hope you're not thinking that or feeling that. Don't run. I want you to pay attention to that little boy's face. Okay? You tell me right then and there when she just grabbed him like this and watch his reaction. Okay? Did that man look like he was happy about what she just did? Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. You see his response? Bobby. Bobby. Be honest. Can we are we all agreeing that man looked like he jumped? Like did it look like that frightened him? Did it look like he was kind of scared? I'm just keeping what did that look like that man was scared? She grabbed him. She put her hands on him. She's leaning in towards him. He's leaning back. People that are doing this and are leaning back, they feel threatened. Look at his natural fight or flight response. You seen, yeah, let's get medical with it. You seen this man fight or flight response kick in at the same time. Flight and then fight. He instantly did like this and fist went up. Scared, but at the same time, fists clenched. Right? So, with that being said, for her to set that off of him, look at this. Fingers right here. Look at that. Look. She is in his face. They go a better angle. Look at this. Look at that. In his face. He grabbed that ball right out of the seat. He did not take it out of her hands or anything. And then when she goes back, you know what happened? I don't know if they're going to show y'all this because they don't want to show it for YouTube. But you know what ended up happening? What ended up happening is that everybody booed the lady and she turned around and she started flipping everybody off. So, like I said, what stereotype got displayed there? Because most, I don't care, man, come on, y'all, let's keep it real. Most real men who move and operate in their masculinity saw that man freeze up and was like, bro, what a wimp. That's what we guys, let's keep it real. We come on, man, y'all. I don't know if maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe it's just me. And it has nothing to do with how I grew up with white people, black people, Asian people. And if any of the guys, if you acted like a wimp in any kind of way, we like, dude, bro, come on now. Like, dude, come on. What you doing? No, you can't be weak, be strong. Matter of fact, hey, y'all, we got to teach them how to punch. We going to teach them how to wrestle. Bro, we got to hit the gym, dude. You can't be going around being, men didn't even like that about men being like that. So let alone for that woman to touch him. I mean, that's what I saw. What? It'd have been don't get your hands off me, woman. Get out my dude. I'm telling you. I don't care if it was a guy. The guy would have got the same thing, coming over, grabbing me, getting in my face. Oh no, dude, you better get out of my face. And that wouldn't have been assault. That would have been self-defense. Period. She came being the aggressor. And when you are the person that's being the aggressor, it doesn't matter if you are one. It doesn't matter if you are a woman or a man or a kid. I'm telling y'all tired. So you telling me, let me tell you something about the incident that happened, okay? You don't have to believe what I'm about to tell you right now, but this is the God honest truth. Ask any police officer you want to. We had an incident that happened in a city that I grew up in, right? And it's something that went down. There was a group of kids jumping a young girl in front of her mom and dad. The dad went over there and started throwing kids left and right. Pow, knocking them kids. Get off my daughter. Pow, get off my daughter, right? Keeping it real. Don't believe me. Ask any police officer if what I'm saying right now is a lie. Police officers them showed up, right? The girls that were the aggressors that was beating up that man and that wife's daughter, the husband, knocking those girls left and right. Pow, get off my daughter. Pow, get off my daughter. And this was a white man, by the way, in case people were wondering. Knocking them little black hood rats left and right, this white man was, to get them off his daughter. Police showed up. Those little black girls, little hood rats, they called their mamas. They mama showed up. Police them got to play the footage. You had a line of people right here, a line of people right here. These girls talking trash to this white girl. She's just ignoring them. She rolled her eyes at them. They went over there and jumped her. The dad was combing heads left and right. Okay. Police showed up. police showed up. Did the dad go to jail? Huh? Did the dad get arrested? No. You know what the police said? The police said you have a right to protect yourself and your family against anyone. The hoodlums who mamas showed up. So y'all just gonna let that man put his hands on my kids. He is an adult. He is not supposed to be hitting my kid. He is an adult. Why ain't y'all arresting? The police officer said, we saw the video. Y'all kids were jumping his daughter. He has every right to protect his daughter. So then guess what the little hood rat mamas had to say? So you telling me that if I was to sit there and start hitting some kids, I wouldn't go to jail? The police officer said, if you was in threat by some little kids and those little kids was trying to hurt you or hurt your children, you have every right to protect yourself and your children. That's law. So you telling me, she tried to get all technical. So you telling me that if a little 5-year-old kid came up and started biting me, I could just punch him in his head? The police officer said, yes, you have every right to protect yourself and your family from harm. That's law. So why am I saying that? Because people will look at what I just got done saying. Oh my God, you would do that to a woman? You would have done that to the woman? Yes. She would have had that hand, my whole big gigantic hands would have been on her face and get out of my face. That would have been it. Woman, go back over to where you were sitting back at. Go back. Do not come back in my face again. I'm going to push you harder. You might fly down a few flights of these seats. Get out. Don't. Just don't. Problem is, folks, just been so these last 4 years, y'all just became, when I say y'all, I'm not talking to anybody in this chat particular. I'm just making it as a general statement. Y'all have become so weak that you actually are scared to protect yourself because of the stigma that you may be under. That man wouldn't have been under no stigma. He would not have been under no stigma. He wouldn't have been looked at as being a weak man because he put his hands on his woman. He would have been looked at as being a father that was protecting his son from a psychotic woman over the ball. Yes, my son would have had the ball. My son would have been remembering that ball for the rest of his life. This is the ball that my dad protected me over. This is the ball where my dad stood up to a bully. This is the ball where my dad stood up to a crazy screaming woman. This is the ball to make me remember about my dad when that boy would have never forgot. But you know what that boy gonna be left with now? Is what he said. We can't win. She would have took it anyway. That's crazy, man. So you said, Bobby, which I get what you're saying. You said you think it worked out for the best. No, it didn't. His son is not happy. His son is not happy about the outcome. And he said his son actually said this on multiple interviews. His son has said this on multiple interviews that he was not happy with how things turned out with him. He said he still wanted the ball. He's on this young man right here. He is on multiple interviews where he is saying he still wish he would have got the ball because you know what? He said it was my first real home run ball. So yeah, he got the bat sign. He got to meet him, but he still said, but I still wish I had the ball because it would have been my first home run ball. So been his first home run ball. Seeing my dad become a freaking hero in front of my face, learning from my dad what it's like to be a man and stand up for what's right, but caving in and giving it to her because I just wanted her gone. I just wanted her gone. Woo! Trust me, when this boy grows up, I'm telling you, I mentor kids. When he grows up, that boy, he's teaching his son how to respond to threatening situations like this. Is what I'm getting at. So no, I understand where your thought process came in because there's a lot of people that did that. There's no hate or harm towards you or anything like that either, Bobby. I'm just using this, like I said, because this is going to go on my channel, my other channel called Man, Husband, Father. And this is the part about being a man and a father in this situation like this. So let me see if there's any more in this video that I wanted you guys to kind of listen to.
Yeah, like I said, it's, that was what we were there for. We were there to get a home run ball. So I thought I had accomplished this great thing, and putting in his glove meant a lot. And she was just so adamant and loud and yelling and persistent. And I just didn't want to deal with it anymore. There was hundreds of people, just staring. And like I said, she was very, very, very close. And I'm dad of the family, so I didn't want to
What?
do something I'd regret. And
What?
that was the choice I made, is to just hand the ball back and tell her, go away.
Beta.
So following those moments, I think I saw that you said she was booed out of the stadium, right? And then can you kind of talk to me about what happened after that?
Everybody started yelling at her right away. Even the people sitting in front of us while it was happening, people were telling her to go back to your seat, leave people alone, calling her Karen, and people.
And y'all know what? Check this out. Guess what? The people that was yelling at that woman were other women. Do y'all get what, man? Do you get what I'm saying? Are y'all understanding the message behind this? The people that stood up and jumped into place and started yelling at her were other women. Do you know how humiliating it is for a man to have to be protected to the extent to where you being punked by a woman that other women step in to save you? That's what I'm trying to say to y'all. This is what this little boy is getting. My dad got punked by a woman, and other women had to jump in to save my dad. Y'all, man. Yeah, hey, get out of my face, woman. That's it. Get out of my face. Man, that's what I'm saying. It's so much stuff this is what most people don't see and understand in regards to how things are perceived in a young child's mind. The boy is still sitting on screen right now, and he does not look like he's happy. Most kids be like, oh my God, I got a bat, and I got to meet such and such, and it was so cool, and it was da-da-da-da-da. The little boy he's traumatized by seeing his dad getting punked. I'm telling y'all right. I'm telling you. The boy is going to look at this as a traumatizing experience. It's not going to be remembered as the most memorable, most awesome time in his life. It's going to be remembered as seeing his dad become broken and fearful. I'm telling y'all right now. That boy gonna have more memories of seeing his dad getting punked by a woman than he is about the bat getting signed and meeting that baseball player. I'm telling you, because baseball gonna go on. That baseball player gonna be traded one day. New players gonna come in, whatever like that. But what's not gonna stop is every time that boy go to a stadium, if a ball happens to get hit towards the way or something like that, he gonna have in the back of his mind if somebody gonna come over and try to take it from my dad again. That's how it works out. Bobby said, I'm joining the channel on Friday. You're the man. I appreciate that, man. But this is what we do. Like what me and you just did right there, Bobby. A lot of people don't like to do that. Going back and forth, talking just to try to arrive to an actual conclusion. A lot of people don't know how to do what you just got done doing right there. They don't know how to reason and say, okay, now I see what you're saying. Most people just like to be on the defensive and just, you know what I'm trying to say. But what we just did right there, this is how folks talk. And again, Bobby, if you and I were in front of each other and the way I was talking, you'd have been like, oh, no, dude, no, it turned out right. Me and you going back and forth like that, people would have looked at me and you and been like, man, they're arguing. But me and you would have been like, no, we're just giving our viewpoints. You see what I'm saying? So people have been tricked in today's world into seeing masculinity, and somebody told them men shouldn't act like that. Ty, the way you were up there seeming like you're kind of aggressive, that's a little, who told you that? You ever see, man, y'all ever watch the Discovery Channel? Don't it make you feel good when you see like the darn male lions like hacking up them hyenas that's trying to come and mess with the pride of lions? Those male lions step in, they come in boldly. I'm like, yes, I love it. Male gorillas, when they encounter other gorillas that's they beating their chest and everything like that and hitting the ground and breaking branches and stuff. I love that. Even they know to be able to show you don't want to mess with this. You don't want to mess with mine. You don't want to mess with my pride of lions. You don't want to mess with my troop of gorillas. They know to protect it. And they don't care who it is. They wouldn't care if it's another. Male lions will kill other female lions from another pride that's trying to be in. That's what they do. Now, the whole point of it is not to say that you should become, because let's keep it real. That's why I said pushing that woman in the face. Now, there are some dudes that they worse than me They would be like, man, the minute that woman put her hand on me, I'd have clocked that woman so hard. There's some guys that think like that. And then guess what? According to what the law would say, they would say he had every right to do it. She grabbed him. But then you would have people to step in and say, man, he could have pushed her. He could have just put his hands on her and be like, back off. But although he could have done just like with me, some people like, dang, Ty, you'd have put your hands on her face and pushed her. Yeah, Ty, you a big dude, man. You would have, yes. Now, somebody would say to me, which that's their opinion, they would say, Ty, you could have put your hands on her and say, ma'am, get out my face. You could have, I know what I could have done, but my right is to be able to protect myself and defend myself. So at least my self-defense mechanism is I sized up, seeing that this is just a little feeble woman. Get out my face. Woman, get out my face. Go get your husband or something. Hey, come and get your wife. Get out my face. You see what I'm saying? But some people would have been like, man, I told you get my face. If you come back, your teeth gonna be going to your epiglottis. But y'all, that young boy, listen to me. And this one thing I'll leave y'all with too. That's last, because I told y'all there's layers to this, right? Check this out. Hey, Bobby, check this out too, Bobby. Do you know what's gonna happen once the cool thing that like that boy going to school? Once it dies down, dude, you got to meet that ball player. Dude, you got the bat sign. You know what it's going to turn into? This is the part I talk about protection, right? You know what it's going to turn into? Dude, your dad was so scared, dude. Dude, your dad was like, I'm telling you, this is what this man's son is about to get. And that's the part I talk about. See, the protection goes a long way, right? Protecting is more than just physical protecting. You also, and if he would have acted like I just told you guys, by man, woman, get out my face. No, you're not getting this ball. Go back and sit your butt down. The dude dad name would have been the most heroic thing all through school. Now you would have had some people be like, dude, your dad was mean. But overall, everybody would be like, dude, your dad is like, because every kid in school would have been like, I wish my dad was like that. Your dad's cool. Your dad told that woman, oh, dude, your dad's straight, man. Your dad was straight based on that Karen. Because y'all know everybody hates a Karen. And Karen's come in all shades. But they'd be like, man, your dad straight checked that Karen, dude. That is so awesome, bro. But man, like I said, once it dies down, that he got a ball, that he got the package, and that he got a sign bet, dude, your dad is such a wimp, dude. Your dad is oh my God. That's the part that I'm talking about. So the protection would have went beyond his dad protecting him at the game. That protection would have also been to protect his son from possibly facing bully himself, from facing things like that when he goes to school. Because now kids gonna be like, oh my God, are you gonna be scared like your dad too? It might be girls that come up to his son and go, hey, dude, you jumped just like your dad. Because these people exist, unfortunately. It happened, unfortunately. Now, in regards to the woman losing her job and things like that, guys, I don't know anything about that. Yeah, like Lynn said, he's at the age where kids can be very cruel. Yeah, and I'm telling y'all, it's going to happen. Now, honestly, I don't know who this woman is or anything like that by name, but there's a lot of names floating out there what people are saying she is, and people are saying that she lost her job, which honestly, I don't know how, and I'm just keeping it 100% real. Although I seen what that woman did was very crazy and erratic and off the charts and crazy, whatever like that. If she did lose her job, I think that that's wrong. What she did in front of the whole world, I don't think that should constitute that woman losing her job. That if she lost her job, for what reason? She didn't, it has nothing to do with her being on the job unless her job has something in their policy that says you must conduct yourself on this job and outside this job in a manner to where it won't bring any type of negative attention to this job. And should said thing happen, we can fire you without cause. Because there are some people that they do have a clause in their policy where they can fire you without cause. So that's what I'm saying. It's just those type of things like that can happen. But I'm just telling anybody that might disagree with this, seriously, I'm just telling you right now, I don't believe that woman should have lost her job. I really don't. If she lost her job, that is completely wrong. I would be the type of person to where if she really did lose it, I would be the type of person to where I would be on here saying, where did she work? And wherever it is that she do work, I would be the person on here that would say, y'all, I think y'all went a little overboard by, having this woman lose her job, because now her livelihood is going to be affected. And I know you might be some of you out there like right now, like, who cares what her livelihood is? She never should have. But no, I mean, I ain't that crazy, y'all, where I'm like, don't care about nobody's livelihood or anything like that. I don't want her to receive any, death threats or anything of the sort. That would just be completely that would be completely messed up right there. That's no, I'm not for anything like that. So anyway, I'm pretty sure the woman had to go and completely, I'm pretty sure she had to go and completely get a whole new identity. She probably got rid of that hairstyle she had looking like, what's that Democrat Elizabeth Warren, who's Native American. She had to go and get that haircut done and all that. And all the memes that are floating around about that lady is crazy, man. Like, it's crazy. And I hope that she's not getting doxxed or anything like that. She don't deserve that. I'm just keeping it real. What she does deserve is to, whatever happened on the internet, the way that people made fun of her and checked her and the way she made the news, let that be a lesson to her, because I'm pretty sure this woman is going to have to probably be a Mother Teresa for the rest of her life, because people are going to be watching her like a hawk. So, and you don't want nobody to spaz out to the extent to where she don't want to be on this planet anymore. You know what I'm getting at? You don't want nobody to be driven that crazy to where something like that happens. So anyway, folks, I appreciate you guys all being in here. Bobby, appreciate you being in here, sir. Appreciate the dialogue and all that. And everyone else, I appreciate y'all comments in here. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, that you can click the like button right now if you haven't yet. It helps push my content out in the YouTube algorithm world. And for those of you that sent the email, there it is right there. I'm going to keep this up until I close this thing out. If you do donate in Cash App, God bless you. If you don't donate in Cash App, God bless you. This is not what I do it for, but people always emailing like y'all have, or even some of y'all have sent something right now saying, what's the Cash App? What can I send you? Da, da, da. I don't care what you're saying. I don't care if it's $1, $2, $3. That's not what I do this for. I feel more not gratitude. I feel more, I don't know what the word I want to use for this. It makes me feel good knowing that I'm presenting this information, that the information I'm pushing out, or even the lessons that I'm talking about, is going to be something that's going to be helpful to you. That's more gratifying for me than anybody's donation with money or anything like that. So anyway, like I said, it's right there. If you do, great. If you don't, great. I do hope and pray that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. And y'all know what I say on all of them. I said on all of them. But most of all, I hope and pray that every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So with that being said, folks, I am about to get out of here, and God bless you all.